Imagine, if you will, a world where a small business making FiveM products actually rewarded their returning customers with reduced prices and sales on some of the best MLOs on the platform, all sure to suit your needs and not cause any outrageous lag or performance drop like some other interiors. Well, if you can imagine such a thing, you are not in another dimension. You are in Sonix's website, looking at some of the best custom-made fire stations and interval interiors on FiveM. For the low price of 80 CAD, 60 USD, you can get a pretty solid interior, and with a 25% discount for returning customers, you can drop that even further. One of the best things, or one of the best upsides about using Sonix compared to other developers, is that if you're working on a project with other people and you have a million developers and you don't really know who you can trust, because let's face it, FiveM is full of shifty kids and adults who sometimes aren't trustworthy, Sonix IP locks his assets to your server's IP, so you don't have to worry about any other person or any state kernel, running off with your assets or virtual property, and getting you in trouble for leaking in the ultimate long run. When me and Nate were running RMG, Sonix was one of our first stop shops for everything we needed fire-wise as far as MLOs are concerned, and he never disappoints. And all around, he's a genuinely cool dude, and I really appreciate him, and I hope you check out his stuff. Thanks. Bye. Should I watch Moist's coverage of this? Screw, we're watching Moist's stuff. We're gonna talk about a guy from No Pixel who faked his own death. I'm gonna let Charlie's clip play for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go into this a little bit myself.
I've got a wild and wacky ride to take you on today, class. So hop in my magic school bus and kiss me on the lips. I'm Miss Frizzle, baby, and I hope you're ready to buckle your seatbelts, because we're coming in hot.
I forgot.
This is the story of how a Twitch streamer and GTA RPer named SavX faked his own death in order to distance himself from the GTA RP community. So, SavX was a GTA RP streamer on the No Pixel server. It's the server that I often frequented for my RPing. No Pixel, I love the community, absolutely fantastic content, and SavX was a well-respected member of it. He built up a sizable audience on Twitch and had himself his own big community. I believe at the time of his faked death Chris Angel stunt, he had right around 1,500 subs on Twitch, which he just fucking wiped his ass with this. Just threw it all away for this fake death thing, which is like right out of Hey Arnold with that Dino Spumoni character who faked his own death to increase record sales, except this is 10 times as stupid. Dino Spadummy. I don't know what. Okay, I'm getting a little sidetracked already because it's getting me a little heated. Sav played the Johnny Castle character on the server and was eventually banned for cheating because he was aimbotting in GTA. I don't know how much more sad you can be.
Hey, it happens. It genuinely is a thing. Back in RMG, we had a kid named Murphy. Was it RMG or Integrity? We had a kid named Murphy, and he was aimbotting and cheating and hacking all sorts of stuff on GTA RP of all sorts. Of all things, he decided to cheat on GTA 5 RP on FiveM. But anyhow,
the fucking aimbot in an RP server in GTA. But they fucking busted him, they threw him in the slammer, and they permabanned him. Now, just real quick, permabans don't usually mean like forever, you can never come back, because they do believe in second chances in most cases.
I'm gonna fact check Charlie on this one. In my experience, unless you are in a fairly large FiveM community, where you actually have an appeal process that you can go through, and even that's a Hail Mary, most of the time permaban means permaban. Maybe 3 years down the road, maybe, yeah, you might undo that crap, but not immediately.
So he was banned for the cheating, but I'm sure he could have come back to the community at some point if he wanted to. A couple friends of his decided to check in a couple months later, and they posted these messages. There was also this twitlonger posted by somebody else in the community that was close to Sav, which confirmed that Sav had passed away.
This dude faked his own death. And this is something that me and Nate have been memeing about forever and a day. Now, let's get something out of the way. There are people who actually do die, and their family gets a hold of their crap, or whatever. I mean, I find it weird because I'll forever say, if somebody gets in my Discord saying that they're my brother, and they got a hold of my Discord and I passed away, my stuff's probably gotten hacked. My brother would never be in my Discord, my mother would never be in my Discord, and my father would never be in my Discord. Why? Because they would have bigger fish to fry if something happened to me. The last thing they would be worried about is getting into my social media. If anything, they would get into my private Facebook for my real life crap. But anywho, this is why I don't believe, and again, let me preface this by saying, there are some cases where I believe this is probably true. I mean, take Wilson, for example, in SAF. Ocean is not a complete, he's not a complete dummy. I mean, he's as much of a dummy as anybody else. Everybody has their moments. I'm saying that he's human. I'm not saying that to disrespect him, but I'm saying that he's not a dumbass. I mean, really, I don't think that Wilson faked his death or anything. I'm not trying to say that. But by the same token, if somebody is coming to you saying that they are their sibling or brother or cousin or whatever, and they got into their Discord account, chances are it's probably fake. Because the last thing on anybody's minds after their loved one passed away is getting into their social media. So that should be the first red flag. And honestly, I think this has probably happened more times than we are actually aware of. I think this goes under our nose often, and I don't know what the end goal in a lot of cases is. If it's for the lulz, if it's for the clout, or if it's just this, I don't know. I can't see any upside to this. I have dealt bull crap when it comes to FiveM, and I've been handed a pretty raw deal in a lot of different situations. But never once, and maybe it's because I haven't been doing crack, never once has it crossed my mind to go, I should fake my own death so that I can get away from the FiveM community. That's gonna solve my problems. And the sad thing is, people will take this out of context. Don't take this out of context. I'm fine. I'm okay. But the sad thing is, I probably am willing to bet good money that short of my sub base, short of my subscribers, and I even question that, there would be like 5 people who would actually give a crap that something happened to me. As far as like people on Discord or on FiveM. And that's even being generous. I don't even think in that case it might be like 3 or 4. But it's just absurd. Because what do you gain from this? You gain nothing. But I want to skip forward in the video to the reasoning. I'm gonna let the video speak for itself for a little bit.
Not actually defend you ever, and that is exactly the case with Sav. Nobody likes the guy who's proud of being an asshole. Nobody. Not even like-minded assholes, because then your assholes collide into like this human centipede formation. You just don't get along well. It's like the same polarity on magnets. You just repel each other. Nobody likes that, and I promise you, you don't have friends if you are one of these people. You just don't. You can tell Rami is upset here. He pushes, saying he could have just wrote out your ban, but Sav says he needed to do this. He wanted to be done with the community and shit, and then says, but dog, pog-o. Because he finds this whole thing to be a joke, like genuine mourning from people he finds to be some kind of joke. So this dude's just sick. He defends it by saying he just wanted to be done with the whole community and all of that, and he just wanted to move on from it. But Sav, I think you're probably one of the dumbest streamers to ever stream on Twitch, because you weren't just done with the No Pixel community, you killed an entire career. 1,500 subs? That's more money than most people working real jobs will ever see in a month.
I've yet to prove this theory, but I'm hoping to soon.
1,500 subs a month, not even counting donations. That puts...
Oh, he means Twitch subs, not YouTube subs. Yeah, this man is stupid.
In the $3,000 to $6,000 range a month, and you put it in your butthole to kegel it as a regret for the rest of your life because you got upset at the NoPixel community for banning you, and you had a little fucking temper tantrum and cried a little bit.
See, I thought he was talking about 15,000 or 1,500 YouTube subs, like 1,500. I think that's what he said. Because I pretty much have 1,500 probably, and I was like, I don't know about all that, guy, but okay.
And you wanted your revenge. Oh, I'm gonna fake my own death to make them all feel bad for banning me. Yeah, they'll miss me now.
And that's the saddest part, because it's not even like they did something horrible to him. Like, yeah, if they were like raping his girlfriend or something, and then suddenly it's just whammo. Or this was his idea of revenge, at least it wouldn't be right, but I could semi-understand it, but this is just absurd.
And you just threw away an entire career. Even getting banned, you could have just transitioned to another game. And
right.
Like Rami said, just write out your ban, because permabans aren't forever. You can come back from them. Fucking XQC's been permabanned like 30 times, and I'm sure he'll be back again soon. Because people grow. They get better. They learn from mistakes. XQC, every time he gets banned, he comes back and he does incredible RP, does great work. And I'm sure it probably would have been the same for you if you could learn to stop cheating, I suppose. But to do this is so fucking psychopathic and just downright stupid, I can't believe it. You threw away a career?
Let's start here. Or no, here. I just want to point out something as I'm gonna get a little cinema nerdy. I mean, as you guys probably already know, that I'm a big fan of cinema, and I really dig into this stuff and kind of like to get into the meat of this stuff, and I really like Becky's videos for this reason, because they're very, very in depth with this kind of stuff. Listen to this dialogue for me real quick, or watch this with me real quick.
Not really. I mean, we could just go around and see what's going on. I was kind of bored inside, so I was gonna go jog around, or like walk around, but it's quite warm and I don't feel like jogging. I know that's not like me, I always jog, but
See,
it's a little bit too warm. Yeah. I did have, miss having you around. And not because of your car, just because I missed you.
Well, I miss you too. You gotta start visiting me in the same places sometime.
Yeah, I probably should, but it's very far and kind of scary.
This is, it's not, I don't want to hype it up too much, because I don't want to, it's not the, it's not the next Pulp Fiction, but as far as FiveM RP content goes, it's pretty close. I mean, really, we're, just finding regular conversations with regular people, where it doesn't seem like every line is kind of pre-planned to come out smoothly and awesomely. And just, the normal conversations that people have. It's what makes her content unique, and I absolutely love it personally. Because it humanizes the characters, and I think that's that's a big thing we don't take into consideration. Because one of the things that was the hardest for me was trying to juggle and keep up attendance in both departments back in 2021. But do it in a way, because I needed to basically show and feel for myself even that my fire character was a human being. right? But I also needed to figure out to dedicate time to fire. And juggling those two became hard, but the reason I wanted to keep Civ as a secondary at the time was I really just fleshing out characters, treating them like people. It's important. Because otherwise, you're just playing a sim or you're just getting on doing the same crap day after day. And at that point, is your character really a person? I don't know. I could just be nerding out about this stuff for no reason. But I love dialogue that actually humanizes characters and where they crack jokes and it doesn't feel like this awkward forced interaction. Naturally, these two have some rapport, which helps. But yeah, it's just really awesome. I wanted to show another clip, but gotta get through this ad again.
Not a
Here we go.
huge fan of the ocean anymore.
Right. Yeah. Alright.
That's good, actually. That's good. I've been getting nightmares, so I can't really forget right now. But other than that, yeah, I'd love to try one day, but not anywhere.
That's really, honestly, it's just so crazy to see, people actually have an interaction like this, because then they're taking a storyline and they're taking something that happened in the past and building on top of it. And if you're coming to this video for the first time like I was, you're building up layers of interaction, because basically what you're doing is exactly like I was out the house today with my brother and I just heard all sorts of random stuff. There was two guys giggling about some crap they saw on the bathroom wall at the restaurant we were at, and it was just like something out of GTA. But anyhow, but no, where was I going with this? Oh, it hooks you in, because if you haven't seen this before, it's like the mystery of, well, what is she talking about? What is she worried about? It's like starting off a video, because essentially each scene is a different interaction, right? And when you open the scene and she says, well, I don't like the water because it brings back bad memories, you're immediately hooked in, like, memories about what? And it's just really great. And it's not even written dialogue. And I just think it really makes it kind of special and kind of unique. But it's just my 2 cents on it. I'm just nerding out about things that probably don't matter to anybody. What else? What else are we gonna talk about? I need to do more videos. LA Noire has not gone away completely. I thought I was gonna have a new gaming rig by now. But I still haven't got my PC yet, and I plan on getting a custom built from my local shop, so I'm gonna have to find the time to do that. So right now it's the gaming laptop as it stands, and that's no bueno. But it should be able to run LA Noire, fingers crossed. Maybe I'll record some of it tonight before I go to bed. Definitely not gonna stream it, if I'm gonna be honest, because trying to commentate on that game is like trying to fit a baby through a keyhole. It just doesn't work, because it tests your skills, because there's not really much to talk about. Because it's pretty straightforward, and I'm just at the surface though, so it's probably more to get into. But I want to talk about this video, Dear Amy, and what this ended up being. So I basically wanted to write something to set up my return to Civ if I ever should pick up Civ as a secondary in San Andreas Finest. If I should pick it up as a secondary to dispatching. And I basically wanted to introduce Winters as a character again and kind of fill in that gap of what she's been doing between August 2021 and now in September of 2022. And it basically shows you what she's been up to and what she's been doing. It shows you her parents, which is something you all don't get to see. I wonder how many people caught this. Again, I haven't gotten in a hold of Viscount yet to see what he wants to do with the storyline, but I wanted this shot because I wanted the potential of maybe as she's mulling over whether or not to reach out to Amy. Amy is reaching out to her, but she doesn't realize it. And I wanted that to be a big part of it. But I basically just wanted to show what she's been up to and what she's had to deal with in the past. I wanted to flesh out her history, her story, her backstory, and open stuff up and, add stuff to her future. And I really wanted that to be unique and to be special. Because it's a story that I really don't think I've heard on FiveM. And that's my main goal. My main goal is always to make characters that you don't see on FiveM often. And I think, like I said earlier, black stories are not told often. And then just from the whole introspection of people, or intersection I should say, of people don't know that Winters is gay as a character. Winters is gay. Winters is, I guess you could say, culturally Muslim. Her father is a pastor in the Nation of Islam. I don't know if you would consider her religious status is wonky, and we might dive into that later. But she is gay, Muslim, a POC, mixed. That's a stew pot of a character that you haven't really seen on FiveM before. If you have, let me know, but I haven't. I'm trying to get more creative with my comparisons, Cola, but so I've been trying to play around with some different things like that. But yeah, I mean, really, I just wanted to set that storyline up because if I am going to go back into the Civ department as a secondary, I want to have like 5, 6, hell, 10 different storylines that are just beefed up to the max, because the problem I had was my characters didn't feel like full people. And that would get on my nerves. It would get under my skin because I felt like I was pumping out content, but I wasn't doing the best I could to make that content good. And I want to have, Bailey does an amazing job of it, and I want every character to be as layered and, detailed as her fire character is. And yeah, so that's pretty much what spawned this, even as an idea in my head. But yeah, I hope you guys loved it. Honestly, it was fun for me to make. Because you have Winter's backstory, like of dealing with her father here, and she's having the flashbacks. That's the whole thing. So you have serious Winters, which is something that you all see on screen a lot. You have romantic, kind of almost reflective, depressed Winters in the beginning. You have serious Winters here, trying to basically just stonewall, not show any emotion at all. And then you have a younger Winters. You all get to see teenage Winters, which is something that you all haven't really gotten to see before on screen. This is Winters as a teenager, and then you get to see Winters' college days with this whole thing, and how she landed the bar, because not many people know how she landed the job at the bar at Galaxy. It was because she had already worked in the Unicorn, and she had bartended before, and she had danced before, and she knew everything about what she was doing. She knew the environment. She knew what it came with. She knew how to deal with it. The drunks that came in. She knew how to deal with the regulars, how to treat people nice, how to deal with the customers. And all of this just creates a very big old gumbo, I like to say, of a character or a storyline. And I'm just really happy with it. And I want to do it with all of my characters. But I don't know if I'll have the energy or the time to do it. I have a whole Discord list of potential plot lines I want to go down. I also want to make a character with a teenage character with a what do you call it, pacemaker. That's something I want to do. So yeah, I have a lot of things that I want to do and a lot of things on my mind. I'm gonna take a break though and see what you guys think about this though. But yeah, I'm really just excited for the future. I'm excited for the future. I'm gonna be dispatching. And I'm gonna be recording it pretty soon. That's gonna be awesome. There was meant to be a dispatch stream tonight. If I hadn't been out the house so long, I would have been doing that. I look forward to that, honestly. That's not something I've done in a while, and I'm happy to be returning to that. And I feel like I'm getting better at it, which is the best part. To be able to do it and get better at it and to grow. That really makes me happy. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, we're going to be doing the age-restricted challenge pretty soon with a game called, I want to say it's Hot Tub or something like that. We're going to be doing that. What's something I want to talk? I want to wrap stuff up with talking about YouTube. Because a while back I made that Corey Kenshin video, and I kind of talked about it at a glancing pass. I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds of this. I already said I didn't want to get too deep in the weeds of this because, well, I'm not this big YouTuber and I can't really add much to the conversation. But that being said, I am honestly nervous because I'm trying to get my hours up to get to partnership status with YouTube. But I'm scared that once I get there, my stuff is going to start being reviewed more heavily. And I'm not going to be able to make the content that I want to make for you guys. And it's just going to suck. But, I'm going to have a second channel. I haven't named it yet. I'm going to have a second channel where I'm going to I'm going to post more videos like this on that channel. And that should keep, my stuff from getting demonetized. And if it does, it's not going to matter. It's not going to be the main channel. But I think it's just a scary time to be a content creator. If you want to do it professionally or semi-professionally. But we'll see what comes out of it. And hopefully it'll be something positive. One can only hope. But I think that's going to do it for me tonight. You might see some uploads from me pretty soon of either clips from this stream or something else like I said, Not Ready or Not, what was it? L.A. Noire. You might see some L.A. Noire. But if you enjoyed the stream or video, depending upon which piece of platform you're watching it on, like, comment, subscribe, follow, do whatever you're going to do. Be sure to check out my channel. Put a little knowledge on your brain. I make live videos like this daily, or at least I'm trying to. And I'm going to be uploading FiveM content and other things daily and trying to keep that upload schedule going, because if I stop the hype train, then y'all are going to stop following on it. And I want to keep you all along for this ride with me. We are going to go on this journey. We're going to have fun on this journey. We're going to grow as a channel on this journey. And we are just going to promote peace and love and happiness. And if that's cheesy, so be it. I'd rather be cheesy and putting out good vibes than to be negative and be cool. But with that, Stay nerdy, stay queer. I love you guys. Peace. Have a good one. Have a good night. I'm out. Later.